Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage,
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Leonard Fournette. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Jones on third down. That is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, here's 4nt. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So a good run by 4nt. Now another 1st and 10.
Panther first down.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Carolina.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Vikings nothing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Vikings nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 3rd and 2, Jones. It's too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Cohen. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st down, Panthers.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Fournette, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
12 at the 39-yard line.
Now 4nt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On the run, it's 4nt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal, Carolina.
They'll try and run forward with 4nt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Vikings nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Allen taking a shot for Samuel. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fournette on the counter. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run it again with Fournette. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd and 5. Tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
And 1.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Is a turnover on downs.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down. It's Palmer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Carolina.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down now, it's Palmer. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Tackled at the 25.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down.
Made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Fournette. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there and a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Panther, first down.
Fournette. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a give, right side. It's Palmer, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the
4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his left. And this one is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and now it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Off play action. Jones. He whiffles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They run the counter. Palmer. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Palmer. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. He knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Allen. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Big 4th down conversion for the score. And the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Kickoff for Carolina.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And a run past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Jones 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Jones throwing on first down. He's thrown at about the 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Carolina, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.